Good afternoon and thanks for joining us right here on Midday Kentucky on Friday Eve. Of course, you know who these two are. Jimmy and Mandy from your 106.3. How are you guys?
We're doing good.
You're doing good?
We're
Out of
doing
the
good.
cold and the rain.
Yep. What was that, Jimmy?
I'm out of the cold and the rain.
Oh, well, you're out of the... I thought you said you got caught in the rain.
Oh, no.
Is that all right?
I would melt if that happened.
Okay. Have I seen you guys this year or we've just spoken? I don't think
I
you
think
You've
we've
been on
just
our
spoken.
show, but we haven't been on
Okay,
your show.
because I was thinking Christmas, New Year, everything was fine. You overindulged your children, I heard on the radio
Oh my gosh,
show.
yes. Way too much. Way too
Wait,
much.
did you go away?
I did. I went to Florida.
Okay, nice and warm.
Warmer.
Okay,
It was a house full of nieces and nephews, so it was very loud and obnoxious.
I got you.
It's
you.
nice to be
life
back
every
in
day.
Yeah,
peace
I
and
went to
quiet.
Montana to the mountains where you couldn't hear a thing.
Oh,
Yeah, it was perfect. I wanted to ask you, I heard something this morning on your show. You were talking about, well, there's two things. One, you were talking about coming home late. We're going to talk about that a little bit later on the show because it's in one of our hot topics. But it's about whether you actually hold on, you say it, because I'm going to get it wrong. I know I am.
how do you shower? We were talking about if I shower wrong because my husband thinks that I am not doing it properly because he uses a loofah or a washcloth, and I just put the stuff in my hand and then I use my hand to wash off.
Right.
And apparently that's wrong.
That is
So-
very wrong.
Well, see, this is what I want to ask everyone at home now. Is it wrong? Like, should you be using a loofah or a washcloth every day? And I'm thinking a loofah every day is not such a good thing. Washcloth I get.
Right. Well, that was my argument because I was like, a loofah holds a lot of germs and, bacteria.
Well, not if you clean it out properly.
Right.
No, it still does. I
Right.
mean,
They're $1 at the store. You get a new one. What I compared it to is when you wax your car, you don't put wax on your hand and wax the car.
I was
You need a
worried where
cloth.
you're going about with the waxing. And then you said
Different.
car. I'm like,
There
I
you
got
go.
you.
So you got to get the right rag, and then you wax it, and then
Yeah.
you can wax off.
Okay.
But with you got to use a loofah or a washcloth, something.
I think you need I think you might be a bit dirty.
I am not dirty.
Didn't
it's fine.
didn't
I
people
beg to
call
differ.
in and say, yeah, you're dirty?
Well, the majority of them, yes, they did. Yes, they
It was
did.
it was like a 3 to 1.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
You're
So
dirty
you were
to clean.
doing it all wrong.
Yeah. It's fine
Okay.
though. It's fine.
You're good with it?
Apparently, I do a lot of stuff wrong, so it's okay. It's okay.
Well, you don't. Don't be
According to
hard
my-
on yourself.
Well, according to my husband, I load the dishwasher wrong. I fold clothes wrong. So now he's doing all that for.
Good.
He
so
just doesn't know
you've
it
got
yet.
it down, but next he'll be washing you with a cloth. Okay, Cleopatra.
Oh, well,
Do
maybe
you know
I
what
should
mean?
say that. He's
Yes,
like, okay.
exactly. Obviously, you have a routine of
Yeah.
doing things wrong, so he just takes over the duty.
Well, in a perfect world, that would be the case, but no, he still just doesn't do it.
Your girlfriend, you live with your girlfriend?
I do.
Washcloth?
We're both washcloth loofah.
Okay.
So
All right. Well, I'm sort of bit of both.
You use your hand.
Because in the mornings, I bathe, and in the evenings, I shower. So I think in the evenings, I'm a little bit more aggressive. Do you know what I
as you
mean?
should.
Yeah, and in the mornings, not so much.
So when you're
it's
aggressive,
more of a lounge.
So when you're aggressive, it's the loofah.
Aggressive loofah scrubbing, yeah. Gotta love a good.
So when you want to lounge, it's more.
I'm
of
so
like-
glad we're visual and not just anyway. I want to talk about this. Have you guys been to Snowshoe?
I have not.
It
no.
is amazing. Well, we're giving all our friends at home a chance to win the fun in Winter Wonderland. All you have to do is head over to ABC36. WTVQ.com/contest. There's all the information up there. It's a contest we're giving away, a winter weekend getaway worth over $1,000. Everyone knows I just got back from there filming. You'll see all the segments next week.
Nice.
It's a lot of fun. Can you both ski?
Still learning.
You're still learning. So that's a no.
That's
Can you?
that.
Well, you're
I've-
from Florida.
Well, I
Yeah.
grew up in California, so I used
Okay.
to go up to Lake Tahoe every winter, but I haven't been since I was 10 or 11, so that means no.
Yeah.
That means
Okay.
no, I don't know.
Because people often say to me when they see me skiing, "Oh, did you learn to ski in Europe? Because what, you can't ski in Australia?" I'm like, "No, we have the snowy mountains, people."
But
Did you not watch the movie?
No, it's all,
the man from
it's
the
all
snowy.
kangaroos
That's
and
right.
Foster's beer.
Is that what
That's-
you think?
Yeah,
Yes,
that's what
pretty
everyone
much.
Well, you do work at the Outback Steakhouse,
Oh.
so you know
I'll
what I
see.
mean. What's it called?
No rules, just right.
Yeah, no. Do they serve Foster's?
Foster's,
beer?
yeah.
Yeah, but it's not really a big beer
It's
in
not.
Australia.
Cooper's is a good Australian beer.
It is.
I
It
know
is.
that.
Have you tried Cooper's?
I have.
Okay, I
Big
got
fan.
you. Alrighty, everyone, I've got to tell you about this. If you're looking for the latest beauty trend, maybe you should try unicorn. This is a good segue from washing bodies. Try unicorn armpit hair. It's when people dye their armpit hair in a variety of bright rainbow colours. That's because this month is all about January or embracing growing out your body hair. I don't know, people.
I just don't understand.
Huh?
I don't understand.
You don't understand?
I don't understand. Like
What
why-
age did you start shaving your legs?
I was probably in the 6th grade, so
12.
12 probably.
Okay, and Jimmy doesn't shave, obviously.
No.
So you don't
It's
groom
been
whatsoever.
a while.
And here's the thing. I don't know why it seems weird for women to grow out their underarm hair, but it's okay for men. Do you see what I'm saying?
Yep.
But yet now with the metrosexual, most men are clippering their underarm and
Very
legs and
true.
things like that.
Is
I mean-
that,
As
is
I
that
look at Jimmy.
now? Is that with the underarm shave with the men and women? Is that just an American thing? Do you think, or
What do you mean?
Like are other
I
cultures?
think it's worldwide.
Okay, well I know there's some places where you go and women don't shave their legs. I would imagine
I don't know.
Yeah, I think. I mean, there are some.
because
places-
obviously with
some
this
cultures, yeah.
trend catching on, those women who are coloring it, that they've obviously had their hair growing out because it takes you a while to get your hair that long to dye it a different color. So
Well, and different shades.
Right.
That's right.
All in the it's the color of the rainbow.
Yeah.
So this is not an easy task.
Mm-mm.
So
So
this
this-
is dedication.
It really is.
It's like when I made your hair pink. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
And I
it's
said,
still
a little bit there.
It just washes out 2 days later. 2 months, you're like, I've
Okay.
still got my hair, but my husband thinks I'm wild.
Yeah, you did that. So, well, maybe I should do the whole armpit thing.
Tell us what you think. Head over to Midday Kentucky's Facebook page. Okay, this is really interesting. A bride is trying to figure out what to do with her future mother-in-law's request. She told the bride she should dye her hair a natural red colour so people could tell them apart on her wedding day. So when the bride declines, her future mother-in-law explained it for her that it would be weird if they both had the same hair colour, even though the mother of the groom's natural hair colour isn't actually red. The bride also said that in the same text exchange, the mother implied that both of them having the same hair colour would put her fiancé in an awkward situation. Plus, the mother-in-law added that she had that red hair colour since she survived chemo in 2013. Oh, I don't think you need to pull out that card.
No, that's
Do you know
not.
what I mean? If you're already a bit of a nasty mother-in-law to telling your potential daughter-in-law what she should be doing on her wedding day, I don't know. What do you think?
oof.
I'm not
Does
listening to my
mother-in-law
mother-in-law.
have? Do you listen to her now?
My mother-in-law?
Yeah.
Yes, I do. But if she was trying to tell me to, change my hair color so people wouldn't get us mixed up, I would be like, it's my day, it's not your day. Who cares what your hair color is?
Okay.
Yeah, that seems like a mother-in-law that's trying to steal the show.
Yeah.
Why does it matter if your hair is the same color? You're not the same person. You're standing up there next to your groom.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
mother-in-law's way out in the crowd. Why does
Pretty
it?
sure
Okay.
people aren't going to get us
No.
confused.
Yeah.
One's going to be wearing a
One-
white dress.
Exactly.
Unless the mother of the bride, the mother-in-law of the bride could be nasty and wearing a white dress too.
Now
Who
that
knows?
would-
This all sounds a bit of drama for me.
It really is.
Yeah, and I think I'd like to go to the wedding.
Could be a big red flag.
Yes. Hopefully it's an open bar one,
I
too.
love a dramatic wedding.
Me
Don't you?
too.
The more drama, the better.
We need to see if this is going to be on Facebook Live or something.
Yeah,
somewhere.
okay. Tell us what you think. This story's been posted up on Facebook. Alrighty, do you remember the Motorola Razr phone, guys?
Absolutely.
You both do? Alrighty, well, it could make a comeback. The company wants to revive the world's most popular flip phone with one that includes a folding screen. Now, back in the day, it didn't have a folding screen, everyone. They were working with Verizon to launch the new smartphone in February this year. It's supposed to be around $1,500.
No way.
But, okay, you say that. Okay, but the new iPhone 10, I think, came out. I think that was, what, 1,200?
The XR, the newer version of the 10, I think is 1,200.
Yeah. So I used to love the Razr,
I
the
did too.
Motorola Razr.
I think that's what they're banking on is people wanting the nostalgia. Where they're like, oh, this was my first cool phone that I had.
Yeah. And then I swapped to Nokia.
Nokia.
Nokia or Nokia? Yeah, Nokia. And it was this tiny little phone, like super small.
Yeah.
And I didn't even know how to text.
Yeah.
So, and I'm glad I didn't because I'd be like this.
That was
So
back
tiny.
in the T9 word days when you would have to, someone had an S, you used to have to type the 7 4 times.
Oh yeah, what did you call that?
T9 word.
Ah, did you know what that meant? No. We're
I'm the tech.
you're a
okay.
geek.
Yeah,
you're
I'm
a
the,
geek.
I'm the geek.
Would you pay the $1,500 for this particular phone?
No.
Really?
Seeing as how I now have the new iPhone, I would not.
So you're fancy. You're rich.
Yeah. Well,
you paid $1,200.
I live above my means. That's what I'm doing.
She gets a monthly reminder
Yeah.
about
She
that new
gets a-
iPhone.
I got you.
So no, I would not get the Razr.
Samsung has a new phone coming out too that's like a foldable touchscreen that they have. That's probably going to be the same price, so why would you not just buy that?
A foldable touch. What
It's
do you
going to
mean?
fold out into a tablet, so it's going to look like a tablet, and then you can fold it into a phone. That's the new one that they have.
That's fancy.
So why would you not?
Why haven't you sent that to us to talk about? I like that idea.
Well, they haven't released any videos
Oh,
of it yet.
that sounds interesting. Yeah, you know what? $1,500. I couldn't.
That's a lot of
I'm
money.
just not that phone savvy guy. It's just, you know, I think phones are cool to be able to make a phone call, send a text, or whatever. But you know, I really don't care for all the other functions.
Yeah.
No,
And
not at
that's
all.
the truth.
Especially with a Razr, it's almost like an antique at this point. You're just
Yeah,
paying
but
the money
a
for
A
that.
part of me also sort of wants one.
Right,
I'll be
exactly.
honest,
It's
yeah.
because people want to go back to that.
Alrighty, everyone. A new bar in Jersey was highly anticipated addition to the up-and-coming Jersey City until it displayed a dress code that appeared racist. According to reviewers, for example, a bouncer allowed a white woman in the group into the bar who wore loose sweatpants but didn't let black men in who wore normal looking pants enter because they looked like pajamas. Now another example, a bouncer let white men in with sneakers but told black men who wore similar shoes no sneakers were allowed. And one more reviewer confirmed these examples, claiming that white guys can seemingly break the code but other people of colour cannot. The co-owner of the bar told a media outlet that the dress code passade was an oversight and assure them it had nothing to do with race whatsoever. Here's the thing I want to say about this. The dress code that you see there is not racist. The people who are enforcing that dress code at the bar seem to be racist.
Yeah.
Correct.
So I want to be really clear on that part. Do you think a bar has the right to have a dress code nowadays?
Yeah, I absolutely think they have the right to have their own dress code, but you know, who implements it? That's where you start to get into that.
These issues.
It's murky waters because you have each security guard that's there has a different point of view of what's considered good or not good.
I got you.
So,
Look at you, the voice of reason, Jimmy.
well, I'm not saying the guy that put these people away is wrong, but that's where, like you said, the
Well, he
dress
probably
code
is
itself.
wrong in a way.
Right.
Because if he's letting one particular race in and then not another, and they're wearing similar clothes.
Right.
You just
Do
can't
you know what I
it.
mean? Yeah, and you shouldn't be doing that. That's a bit stupid. But I do believe that every business can do as they please.
Right, they have the right
as
to.
long as you aren't being racist or condescending in those ways. Alrighty, are baby boomers pressuring young women into getting married too soon? A woman decided to write an opinion article on the topic of discussion. According to a study in Great Britain, 51% of Britons between the age of 24 and 44 were single in 2017, and that included divorcees. Now, and a typical British millennial is expected to live without a partner for about 15 years, with only 50% of them expecting to get married. However, she argues this felt weird because her parents guilt her into being in a relationship during her 20s. Here's another fact this woman found. In the 60s, 76% of American women and 35% of American men were willing to marry someone they did not love. Those numbers changed to 9% and 14% respectively in the 80s.
Aw.
Do you think millennials are bad for wedding business? I'm thinking they are.
For the wedding business,
Yeah.
I guess. But you just saw the stat. Why should you marry someone you don't love just for the cultural standpoint so you can show people I have a ring?
But don't you grow into love? Do you really believe it's love at first? Or is it infatuation?
Why would you
I
want
think it's a little bit of both.
Why would you want to be around someone the rest of your life that you don't really like? That
Yeah,
just
but see,
seems-
here's the thing. Like, I often think about my nonna and non-non, and I think, were they in love when they first got married, or did they grow into love? You know, and even if he hadn't died, I think they would have been together forever. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
could be.
We could grow into love.
I think it's okay that you are waiting a little bit longer, but the old-fashioned part of me wishes that everyone will get married in 23.
Right. Well, and I think
Wow.
there's just so many more options nowadays than there were back in the 60s. Now you've got the internet, you've got this, you can meet so many different people. So there's just
Yeah,
so
but
much
those
more
apps
to
are
do.
not good.
No.
No, they're
They
not.
screw your
Yeah.
head up.
Right, and
They
that,
mess
Are
with
you
your
speaking
mind,
from
people.
experience?
and that could be why no one's getting married, because everyone is just so messed up.
Wanting the
'cause
next option.
They're getting
Yeah.
ghosted, they're getting all these things, so they don't.
What's that new one you told me? We'll talk breadcrumbing.
Breadcrumbing, yeah.
This is not good.
Like Hansel and Gretel, you got to leave little breadcrumbs for the person you like.
to run after.
I get stressed
disappear.
out just even thinking about that.
So I think it's all these factors.
All right,
That's-
we've got more to talk about. We'll be back after this short break, everyone.